Hey folks, welcome back, and it's been a long time, and I wanted to give you an update on where I'm at with everything aviation. So basically, folks, I'm going to cover where I've been for the last 6 months, but actually 18 months I've been deep into a project for work. I'm going to do an update on the Airbike, new website I have, Hangar 9 OV10 I've been flying, a landing gear modification I made for it. I made some bombs, rockets, and chaff system for it that I think are really cool, and I think you're going to love it. And then the aircraft jack stands that I've been making and putting my planes on, I decided to make that something you can download the parts for and make your own. So where have I been? Folks, most of you know I work in the theater entertainment industry. About 18 months ago, leadership of the company asked me if I would lead a team in developing a new hoist for moving scenery and sets and things like that. And it sucked my life out. You know, family's first, work second, hobbies third, and the hobby really suffered because of it. So I just want to kind of give you an update on where I've been for the last basically 6 months off YouTube, but 18 months in my life. So folks, I know a lot of you Airbike fans aren't going to like to hear this, but it's permanently on hold right now. I just don't have a place to finish it. I lost my storage and had some things change in life. I just don't have the room to work on the Airbike. I don't know if I'll get to it. I know I won't get to it this year, but it's very possible I'll get back to it next spring. I think this part is really exciting, folks. I finally decided to build a new website. I had an old website like 5 years ago. It was clunky, didn't work. Then I did Patreon, and it just didn't flow with what I was trying to do as far as getting blog posts out and getting other information out there. It just didn't work, folks. So with this new website, there'll be free things you can download. There's going to be things you can purchase, but the blog part of it's going to be really neat because I can really update a lot of what I'm doing in the projects. So I hope you come visit the website. It's dagsdesign.com. So anybody who follows my Facebook or went to CEF knows that I got a Hangar 9 OV10, and I've been slowly modifying it and adding all the things I like to kind of spruce it up. It's one of the greatest planes I've ever flown. I really love it. They call it an ARF. It took me about a month and a half to assemble it. But I started doing things like, you know, making things for like the landing gear to try to make the landing gear look more scale. And I also wanted to kind of dive into the ordnance because it only comes with missiles on the wings, but I wanted to make the rocket pods, the MK-82s. I really wanted to make this plane look like it's getting ready to go out and kick some ass back in the Cold War time. I've done some really detailed drawings, and you're able to 3D print. This is available on my website. The thing is, folks, I'm not selling the physical ordnance. You're only going to be able to download the STLs, and you got to make your own. But I think I've done a pretty good job on the drawings to help you do that, okay? And they look really, really good when they're done. At least everybody who's looked at it told me they look good. To me, I think they look like perfection. The rocket pods I did, this took a lot of time to design, folks, so they would print right. Super excited with how this turned out. They just look really, really good on the plane, folks. Now, they're not 100% exact scale, okay? I want to be clear on that. But they're really, really close. And again, I did detailed drawings, so you shouldn't have a problem once you go to assemble this and make it. The next thing I did was the original, the way the Hangar 9 had the chaff system on it, which I didn't even know it was a chaff system until somebody on Facebook explained to me. And then I went out and found the actual technical drawings. But essentially, I designed the chaff flare system, mounted it in the airplane, and I think it looks pretty kick-ass. And folks, the thing is, it's not functioning. I've had people say, can we make this functioning? No, you can't make it. Well, I can't make it functioning. Maybe you can. You might set your plane on fire, so you got to be careful. But again, I did very detailed drawings of this. So if you download the STLs, you should have no problem being able to build one of these and mount it in your airplane. And there's a little template also that's included to know how big to cut the hole. So that's kind of it, folks. I mean, this airplane is just really, really neat. Now, another thing, you see these stands that the airplane's sitting on. These are the jack stands I was making, and people kept wanting me to be able to make those available. So what I did, folks, is you can purchase this, but I would recommend you just download the STL files and make your own. I've got a very detailed part list in the drawings of the type of aluminum I used and the size of aluminum I used, and you should be able to pretty easily make your own jack stands. But if you don't have the ability to do it, you can purchase them from my website. And folks, that's it with this update. I just wanted to reach out to everybody, tell you rock on, have a great day, and I'm going to try to do updates every Thursday, okay? That's my goal right now. And the updates will be basically build videos, things like that of different components and stuff. So rock on. Take care. Bye.